Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my Rainbow Melts haul. I wanted to go ahead and do this one now. I was going to go in order of how I got the orders because obviously I haven't filmed hauls in a while, and I was like, I'll wait and do that later, but I feel like there was a lot of drama that happened around it, and I do have some thoughts. So I thought, you know, instead of dragging it out, because Crystal at this point is probably just over it, and I think everyone else is too, so I just figured I'd get my 2 cents, which is not worth much out here, just my thoughts or whatever. So Rainbow Melts, here's her card. Now, before I get into anything, I first want to say that I have always liked Rainbow Melts. I've never really had an issue. All the boxes have always come clean. Like, she packs things really nice, or her husband sometimes, I think too. I think sometimes she has other help come in, and I'm trying to think if it's her nephew. I can't remember. But all the boxes have always been super clean, super nice. It's one of my favorite boxes to get. I've never had a problem with wax performance. I do like her wax a lot. In fact, I'm kicking myself for not ordering. I wasn't really in a fall mood when I made this order, so I wasn't thinking ahead to fall. I'm seeing all the other hauls and I'm like, dang it, I should have grabbed some more fall. But anyways, all right, so I'll just get into this really quick and try to keep it concise because, you know, there's no reason to like drag it out. But my problem with this whole thing, and let me just say this, I wasn't even really invested in the whole thing because I knew that I would get the stuff from Crystal no matter what, even if it was delayed. I even said in the Facebook group that when I order from Crystal, I always, like when she says a 6-week turnaround time, I kind of tell myself, that might be like 6 to 8 weeks, or, you know, it might go a little bit longer, it might go a week over, because this has happened before. I went and looked to see how long I've been ordering from Rainbow Melts, and I remember in the early days she was always ready to ship, but her stuff was hard to come by. Like, I remember I'd make multiple orders to try to get all the stuff that I wanted. But I was remembering, like, I think 2018 in another group, she kind of got called out a little bit because she was behind on shipping orders and people were asking questions. It was kind of a similar situation. And I know I've had conversations with people before where there's been some discussion of when it comes time to ship, something always comes up, which, you know, we can't sit here and say, well, you can't really fault someone if they're not feeling good or if they have something going on. You can't really, you know, say anything. So, oh gosh. The guy next door is gonna decide to mow his lawn right now. Super loud, but that's okay. So it's neither here nor there. She's going to a ready to ship model now, but she said she would have pre-orders here and there. So I think maybe it's important to talk about the pre-orders still, though, in case someone's coming back to watch this, just so you know. Like, when I order, I already know in my head, I'm like, okay, you know, it's not a big deal if she goes over because, you know, I've been used to it, or I kind of know that sometimes that happens and it's fine. Like, it's totally okay with me. But for the new customers or people who don't know, they might be new to Rainbow Melts, they don't know, you know, or they don't know if they're getting a shady vendor, because there have been a lot of shady vendors popping up recently. I try to do research on companies before I order from them, so I feel like I've kind of missed that as far as ordering from someone and them just like skipping out of town. So I try to keep my vendors to people that I know I've seen reviews on or know that they're dependable people. And I feel like Crystal has always come through. But I think the biggest issue for me was the people in the group. So the girl that had posted about her order number, now granted, she probably should have private messaged that to Crystal, but you know, other people in the group may not have been aware of what was going on. I think there was a lot of confusion because underneath that post, you know, people were like, yeah, what is going on with the orders? And I had saw that post early in the morning and I was like, oh, is it time for the orders to start shipping? And then I realized, oh crap, like it's been like way over 6 weeks at this point, because I believe this pre-order closed like end of July, and we were rolling into like the 3rd week of September. Yeah, which was way more than 6 weeks. So I was like, oh crap, like it is time. But I wasn't worried about it. But the people that were in there being like, oh, it's just wax, or oh, like, do we really need any more wax? Like, we all have, huge wax stashes or whatever. And I was like, that's really crappy. Like, you're invalidating that person who asked the question and everyone else who was wondering where their orders were. Like, don't invalidate people. Like, I hate when people brush things off with, it's just wax. Like, to me, that's the easiest, like, way to just shut someone down or feel like you're shutting someone down. Like, I don't like that. To some people, it may not be just wax. Like I had said in, I don't know, somewhere, that to some people, it may have been, something that they were counting on, at 6 weeks, or, maybe it was their last of their like spending money, and, that was the only order that they had coming in, and they were really excited about it. Like, it's not just wax to some people. So I didn't like that. And then there were people that were just like also invalidating people who had legitimate concerns by posting their own posts saying how great Crystal was and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. We all know that, I mean, if you've known Crystal for a while, you know that she's sweet, that she's nice. She's always been kind to me, but there's a difference between a person and then their business. You need to separate the two. So I was like, why couldn't that person or people have just sent that private, or, that message of the accolades to her in a private message, so you didn't make the other people feel like, that their complaint was invalid, or that, Rainbow Melt should get a pass because she's a sweet person or whatever. I think some people had kind of said that in the group. So I wasn't really cool with that either. I was just like, come on, like, what was the point of posting that? Like, what is your motive behind posting that? Like, why not just send it in a private message to Crystal, because that's really who it's meant for, not the customers who are feeling invalidated now because you're making them feel like their complaints aren't valid. So that was kind of like my issue. And then I feel like I feel like if she does pre-orders again, that she should just put 8+ weeks or 6 to 8+ weeks, and then just put a little disclaimer. Sometimes, I mean, because I'm the biggest person, well, I'm not. There's people that are worse off than me, but I know what it's like to not be able to function on days sometimes. So I get illness, and sometimes you can't do what you need to do on those days or whatever. I get that. But I feel like if I were, well, I'm not going to say if I were a business person, because I'm not. It's not my business. It's Crystal's. But if I were her, I would just put a disclaimer, 6 to 8 weeks plus. Put a little disclaimer that, I do deal with an illness that sometimes might set me back. Please just know, I'm working on your orders. You'll get your orders, whatever, but it might be more than the turnaround time. That way no one can come back and say, hey, like, what's going on. I also feel like, so like, I'm thinking of Teddy Bees. Now in Teddy Bees, I did the last pre-order, well, the summer pre-order, where I think we all ordered in April, and I don't think it shipped until July. That's a long turnaround time, right? Was it that, or someone help me? Well, not like you guys can talk to me right now or anything, but I feel like Desi, I think is her name, Desiree, the admin there, she keeps you up to date. Like, I never once felt like I didn't know what was going on. Like, I felt like she kept everyone very informed as to, Tiffany was doing this, or Tiffany's doing this today, Tiffany poured, so you knew, like, during the whole process what was going on. And not to say that Crystal didn't. I do feel like I did see updates from Crystal, but just as I'm just using that as an example of, like, maybe keeping people more up to date as to what's going on. Because also too, when the shipping time came around, when she said that she was shipping, I remember I kept seeing people go, oh, hey, did my order get out? And then I remember I kept seeing, no, tomorrow. And then the next day, which would be tomorrow, she would say, no, they'll all be out on Friday. And then I think that day that she said they would all be out on Friday, she ended up going out of town, and they didn't ship that day. It was like the next week and into the next week, because I don't think I got mine until, I got mine the 1st of October, I think is when I got mine. which is fine, but I felt bad for the people that maybe didn't know or were new in the group, and all these people like attacking him. Like, we shouldn't be uplifting, well, that's not the right word. I just feel like some people put some vendors on pedestals, and I don't feel like it should be like that. Not that they're not, you know, busting their butts to do their, you know, pour their wax and whatnot, but I also feel like we shouldn't be like putting them on a pet. Like, I've heard some people even say, and this just drives me crazy too, is I'll wait forever for your wax or whatever. And I'm just like, ugh. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people say that, and, you know, some people might, some people that I personally like actually really like might have said that before, but I've said some dumb things too that I look back on, and I'm sure people have been like, why the hell did you say that? So, no offense. But, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people put some of these vendors on pedestals, and I'm just like, don't. You know, this has nothing to do with rainbow melts, by the way. This is just kind of maybe a different tangent, but I think it goes back to like just the group being super, I don't know. I feel like the group kind of swayed things in a negative way, and yeah, but also I feel like Crystal had a part in it too, as far as, you know, saying she was shipping, and then, you know, it's like a week went by, and then it was still shipping, and then she would change the date again. So, whatever. And in my mind, I was always like, well, you know, we'll definitely get the wax. Like, it's not even an issue of that. We will definitely get it. But I think some people were starting to get worried, which is valid if you're, you know, don't know rainbow melts or whatever. So, yeah. Oh, and I guess the other thing was that Crystal had made a post, and it just didn't sound right at all to me. And she probably didn't mean it like this. Like, knowing her, it probably was not meant to come out like this. But she basically kind of thanked everyone who was patient and understanding. And then she kind of said to everyone else, you know, I'm sorry. And I was like, that didn't really sound all that great, because you're basically saying, you know, thank you to the people who didn't raise any concerns or didn't have any concerns, because it was a valid concern. I mean, because even I was like, what's going on? You know, like, I wasn't worried, but I was just like, I wonder what is going on. So I hope everything's okay on her end. Hopefully this won't happen again. Hopefully with the ready to ship, she's able, I do have a little bit of concern, because her ready to ships do tend to go pretty fast. And I think that just speaks to like her wax. People do want her wax. I think her wax is good. Yeah, so, yeah, like I said, I am concerned about her ready to ship, that she'll have enough product for people. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. You know, that's enough. I don't hold any grudges or anything, so yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes in the future. All right, let's get to the haul. I don't have a very big haul. I kind of knew what I wanted, and I just went in and did my thing. So the sample is Magic Donuts. This is Magic Mallow plus time to make the donuts. Why did I have trouble reading that? So this one I was really surprised, because I thought Magic Mallow, you know, marshmallow to me sometimes smells like Play-Doh. This one doesn't. This one smells really nice. Oh, you know, I really like this one. Time to make the donut. I'm gonna have to put this in a melter, and it has that bakery component to it, whatever time to make the donuts is. I don't feel like it's Donut Shop. You know how a lot of people have Donut Shop, or maybe it's the Magic Mallow kind of going in, and I don't know. That one's good though. I really, really like that one. I wouldn't mind having that one in a bigger quantity. So I ordered 3 of these. Wicked Wash, because I had warmed it and I freaking loved this scent. Lavender Linen and Blackberry Jam. So if you've been watching me a while, you would think, huh, Kim, you don't really like blackberry scents. I do. I have come around to blackberry. There was a very popular vendor that I would always avoid her blackberry, and now I'm kind of loving it. Not loving it, but I can, you know, I like it. This one just smells so good, and on warm, I can't quite describe it, but you get kind of the equal parts of the Lavender Linen and the Blackberry Jam. It almost smells like a fruity laundry detergent. I don't know. It's been a while since I've warmed this, but I knew that I liked it, and so I ordered 3. So I have a ghost, 2 ghosts, And oh yeah, a third ghost, but there's like, it's like different. It's like, this one looks like a flying ghost, and this one is more like a, let me just pull it out. Oh yeah, this is cute. So, is that cute with like the little eyes, like the little eyelashes? So it's like a girl ghost. So there was that. Okay, the next one, I feel like Crawford Standing. I feel like she recommended this one or talked about this one. And I think I've had this one too before. And I really, sorry if I'm confusing you with someone else too, if maybe this wasn't your scent. But Shiver with Fear, Peppermint, Rosemary Mint, Cotton Candy. This one I really liked as well. I'm really digging like the peppermint, rosemary mint. I just love rosemary mint anyway. So, and this just is sweetened with the cotton candy. So it's pretty much all those scents. I feel like it's more, a little bit stronger on the peppermint with cotton candy. You just get a hint of the rosemary mint, but I remember I really liked it. Maybe I'm warm, the rosemary mint comes out more because I feel like I remember the rosemary mint popping its head. And this is the only fall scent I got, which is so sad. I saw people's hauls and I was like, oh man. So Apple Delight, which is apple cider donuts, baked apple pie, and pumpkin pecan waffles. This is a sweet little owl shape. And I don't know why he has a little, he's got like a little freckle on him. This one actually smells really good. I actually quite like this one. This one is really nice. Yeah, the pumpkin pecan waffles, like I always smell that one when I go to Bath and Body Works. The last time I was there, pumpkin pecan waffle candle was like hitting me in the face. I don't feel like it's super strong in this one. It's nice. Like to me, it can almost be overbearing, the pumpkin pecan waffles. The last time, like I said, I was in Bath and Body Works, I was like, holy crap, that is like taking over the whole store. But this one has a nice apple pie scent. Just a little bit of that apple cider. This one is really, really nice. Wish I had grabbed more. But next time. Okay, so that is that, you guys. Like I said, I wanted to film this sooner versus later because I just didn't want to drag this out because I know Crystal's over it and I know she's been commenting on people's videos and whatnot. And you know, and people were saying that, you know, let's extend some grace and whatnot to her and Rainbow Melts in general. And I totally get that. Like, I totally understand that things happen and come up and whatnot. So I just feel like the communication portion probably could have been better. Like if there was something going on, like she should have just said, hey, you know, or, you know, if she didn't want to talk about it either, you know, that's fine too. Just say, hey, we're having some medical issues here. The turnaround time might be extended or, you know, whatever. So I feel like maybe the ball was dropped on the communication. And then, like I said before, like the group, I feel like did not really receive people who were having complaints or issues very well. So it's just a little disappointing, like in the wax community in general. I just see some things sometimes and I'm just like, oh, why, you know? Yeah, but whatever. So yeah, I would try Rainbow Melts ready to ship if you're a first-time customer or a new customer, maybe instead of the pre-order. Just because, like I said, this has happened before where shipping times went, or turnaround time went over. And I mean, and that's fine. And that's just, you know, if you've been around a while, then you kind of probably already know that. So, you know, you know when you order, you're like, okay, you know, it's no biggie. I've always got my wax, no problem. So yeah. But ready to ship, just have your list ready and fast fingers. And I really hope it goes well. I might participate in that. I'm not sure. I've kind of been looking at the list. I guess you guys will see in a haul later on if I do. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. I know this was not like a great video to watch. You know, I don't like to bring up, I don't know. I don't like to bring up stuff, so whatever. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you picked up anything, let me know. If you have any thoughts on the whole situation, let me know. I did see a really rude comment the other day that was completely unnecessary. So if you're gonna leave just a rude comment, just don't. Like I mean, it was nasty to this other person and totally uncalled for and just way out of limits. So, yeah. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I have warm reviews coming up, and I have a huge bag, like huge bag. So, okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Bye, guys.